And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome here to the series I like to call the Godfather of the PCSRA Foster Series. This is the PCSRA Busch Series here at Daytona for the Advanced Auto Parts Clash. 40 laps of racing. It's going to be exciting, and I'm joined by Mr. Williams.
Oh, I thought I was in my car, but okay.
Well, I didn't know if you were going to be in your car or not, but
I'm in. Do you want me to be in the booth or in the car?
your call.
Um, I will be in the booth.
Okay. So, yeah, Williams here in the booth. We are excited for this brand new era of this channel that is going to be exciting. 18 drivers are here for a special event of a lifetime, a one-off event that we like to call the exhibition. So, and our first checker flag and our first green flag of the new season. So, Williams, what do you think we're going to see here at Daytona with 18 drivers on track?
I think we're gonna see a bunch of. I think we're gonna see some 3 wide, but I think we're mostly gonna see 2 wide, and I think we're gonna see a good fight for the finish.
It's going to be exciting. 40
And
laps, 100 miles.
Can I mention something?
Go ahead.
This is the first year for General Tire. What will they do? How will they handle? How will they?
It's going to be a lot of unknowns going into this race.
Yeah, because we don't know how long they last. We don't know how good they are. We don't even know if even the tires are really good. Maybe they'll be better than Goodyear, or maybe they'll be a little bit worse. As messages.
It's going to be exciting. As we're excited about this awesome event. June Einstein sitting on the pole position. First time Mitsubishi Lancer is in this special event.
And if wondering why there's not a lot of cars, it's because this is the Clash.
Yep. How we did the Clash is it's based off of previous champions,
chasers, and PCSRA
presidents, we like to call
yeah.
it. So yeah, we can go through the field and just introduce you who's in the starting grid. Of course, we mentioned Elijah Gordon on the outside of the front row. Alex Hawkins in the 19 in row number 2, as Cody is in the booth with us alongside of Jackie Tang.
Hey! I'm just watching the clip up.
We got Annie Thomas, the debut of Hyundai Sonata, ladies and gentlemen. Next to Quincy Einstein in the number 70 Monster Energy Lancer. In the next row, Joshua Cornish in the number 87 in his Arm Roll Chevrolet, and alongside of him in a one-off is one of the one-off drivers. This is Abigail Furling in her final start as a PCSRA driver. She'll hang up the helmet after this race. Next one, we got Martin Nixon in a Spats 39, and alongside of him is the number 60 that is driven by Jordan Scar in a one-off. So that's going to be cool. Daniel Voiles in his Hyundai Sonata, number 26 Gatorade Fruit Punch Hyundai. Alongside of him is Emily Anderson in the 4H Chevrolet out of Elijah Gordon Incorporated. Then in the next row is the 04 of Jake Hayes, the 2016 champion, and Ryan Gondillo in the Lux Chevrolet. We'll see what Ryan Gondillo will do here in the Busch Series. Daniel Williams in the 19 Mitsubishi Lancer. Alongside of him is Quentin Moore in the number 89 Racing with Jesus Chevrolet for Q-Man Motorsports. And on the final row, it's the final 2 Einsteins, Leo Einstein and Annie Einstein. So that is the starting grid. And let's send it.
Dial up number 77.
Yep, let's dial up the Papa John Chevrolet of Elijah Gordon. Elijah Gordon, this is Daniel Williams up here in the booth. Do you have a copy, sir?
I got a copy. Go right ahead.
You're starting on the front row in the second spot. How's that Papa John's car?
I mean, this car was worked exceptionally good in the draft. I mean, this car did everything that we wanted it to do, and starting on the outside pole, that goes to show you that our team definitely made the right calls on the adjustments on the car, and just having this work in the draft. So we have a really good Papa John Chevy, and we're just hoping that we can maybe go to the back, maybe hang around there for maybe like a few laps, and then maybe work our way up here to the front, maybe lead a couple laps, kind of do it all again. But we'll just have to see what happens, and we'll go from there.
All right, good luck to you.
10-4, thank you very much. And I just want to let everybody know that I've dragged Emmanuel Hardnett out of the bathroom. He was having sex with an ex-girlfriend, and I had to kill a fly last night, and apparently it wanted me to go on a date with it.
Oh my gosh, that joke gets me every time. That's the first time in a long time I ever said that.
So,
too.
yeah.
As these guys will take, and with this new tire compound, like I was talking about earlier, who knows? This might be the only season, or might keep it forever. We got multiple offers. Goodyear wanted another offer. Wanted to stay for another few years. General Tire wanted to stay for a year, and Hoosier wanted to stay for a year. But we took General Tire, so General Tire is on board with us.
Definitely, it's going to be on board.
And speaking of on board, we have Elijah Gordon on the Papa John's camera. We have Annie Thomas in the Hyundai on board.
Yep.
We have Daniel Voiles on the Gatorade on board. And Danny Williams with the Nike on board.
40 laps, 100 miles. Pit road speed is around 55 miles an hour. These drivers need to be careful not to speed on pit road. And the fuel window, I'm going to say, will be around 24 to 26 laps.
Yeah, we could see some pit strategy out of this. Have one stop or two stop, whatever they like. Just as long as you don't run out of fuel on the final lap, because we all know that is no good.
But remember, this is not for points. It's for bragging rights.
Absolutely. And with this exhibition race, these guys will get more wild than before. Look at the All-Star race. This is almost like the little mock version of the All-Star race at Daytona.
Pace car peels off the pit road. Junior Einstein and Elijah Gordon will lay down the green flag. The 2017 season has began. Well, not began, but the clashes began. June Einstein gets a good start, followed by Alex Hawkins. These drivers it'll take them one lap to get up to the full speed.
Also, be careful going below the yellow line. This track was also repaved, so these drivers are going to have to get some grip on it as they come off turn 4. Looks like June Einstein will lead the first lap of the race. Excuse me.
You're excused. Right now, June Einstein's your leader. Battle for second. Looks like Annie Thomas will get around Alex Hawkins.
Definitely we're going to see a lot of 3-wide action. You don't want to go 4-wide this early in the race or you'll be sorry.
Most definitely, in most of these racetracks, 4-wide. One of these racetracks where they always go 4-wide, at least within 20 laps in this race. So do expect the big one to happen at Daytona. We can't tell you where the rake's going to come from because lately they have been everywhere in the field.
And definitely, it's going to be interesting to see the lead, see what's going on as you get a look at Daniel Voiles and that Gatorade number 26.
First 3-wide of the day.
Yep, now it gets pushed in the middle.
The sucker hole.
Yep. which used to be bad, but it's not anymore since the repave.
Battle for the lead. Here comes Cornish.
Joshua Cornish doing a good job as he goes to the race lead. Definitely these drivers, this is a good setup to learn for the Daytona 500, because
3
like I
wide
said,
for the lead. Here comes Jake Hayes with an aggressive move.
3
Ooh,
wide
Jake
for
Hayes.
the lead. They gotta be careful and not make a 4 wide. Otherwise, they're gonna put the whole field at risk. And yes, back to what I was saying, back to you guys were saying about practice for the Daytona 500. That is a definite here. We have 20-something guys on the racetrack right now. As we go to the Daytona 500, we're going to have 40, 42 cars racing at this Daytona International Speedway, and it's going to get a lot more
And
really careful with that, but it'd be a good warm-up here with 20-something cars, because sometimes they can be able to work things out and tone it back down to 3 wide.
pair of EGI cars on that inside line. Ryan Gundilla, his teammate Elijah Gordon. Elijah's still staying up here at the front of the field. And I talked to Elijah Gordon. He said he's very convinced that the EGI cars can go out here and have a good season.
Which is good, because you need a lot of confidence heading into the season, but you also need to maintain the confidence throughout the season to keep your momentum going.
It's what I like to call the consistency of consistency. You got to understand these drivers are just out here to win the race, and that's it. So, like I said, no points in the line, but they got 40 laps of track time.
Yes. And the winner gets bragging rights.
Yeah, for next season.
Right now it's a little bit of a 3-car breakaway, but not by much.
Nope, this is really a packed field right here. Seating number 4 in the lead. Then you get the Elijah Gordon Incorporated cars, I believe, 2nd and 3rd.
Yes, sir. Looks like Elijah Gordon doing a good job. Let's hear radio communications with Elijah Gordon as he goes under his teammate for the 2nd position.
Okay, buddy, just do the best you can. Just keep playing your cards right. You're doing a good job right now. Just don't wreck the car. Just bring it back in one piece, right? And you're doing a good job right now. Just hold your own, and if we get shuffled back, we get shuffled back. That's all it is, bud. Then
That's also another good thing, as that was Randy, the spotter of Elijah Gordon. You don't want to wreck your car. Because you just want to bring it back in one piece. Because for some of these drivers, this may not be their car they're going to run for the Daytona 500.
Yeah.
As here comes Daniel Williams in that Nike Lancer.
He's been hanging out at the back of the pack until now, so finally decides to make a move.
There's Quincy right there.
For the final laps of this race in that Mitsubishi Lancer. That is a good move by the number 88. And he might use that strategy once again when we go down to 5 to 10 laps to go.
Well, think about this, Cody. He has 4 of their Lancers in this field as you're on board with Williams here. He's got the Einstein kids. He may be having a manufacturer teammate because, they're in the same make.
Most definitely. And all the Einsteins in the field, we've been hearing on and on about the talent here in this series. And I gotta say, last year I began hearing of those Einsteins and hearing how much of a legend all of these guys are. So they're really proving their worth here today to all the new viewers as well. That they are still talented and they can go against all of those rookies, all of the sophomores, and especially all the young guns here in this field this season. So I guess we got 3 wide. Daniel Boyles is gonna join the He's gonna try. Field as of right now. So
Looks like Jake Hayes is still your leader after 9 laps. 30 laps to go after 30 laps to go after the next lap. Yep.
Yep. Now, let me tell you something about Jake Hayes right now. He has been leading the most laps, which is usually unusual about this racetrack here at Daytona. Jake Hayes really standing his ground. That is what you really need to do here at Daytona if you're going to go for the win, especially with this many cars in the field. As we look, and looks like it's going to be a 3-car breakaway. No, never mind. We are single wide through, I believe, 5 or 6 cars. Oh, now they're scrambling again. Elijah going to the inside for the 2nd position.
Here comes Cornish to follow Elijah Gordon.
That's right. We got the 87. Might be battling for 3rd. And then we get another Lancer next in line in the inside lane. But now he's going to get pushed. It could be 3 wide. Oh, man. And Jake Hayes is running away from it, folks.
Jake Hayes, your 2016 PCSRA Busch Series champion.
Yeah, the defending champion really proving his worth here today here at the Daytona International Speedway as we reach through the quarter-way point. As here comes Cornish. She's in the 2nd position. Could be targeting range to pass him for the lead. And here comes another guy for 3rd.
Abigail Fertling.
This is going to be her final race as a driver.
And just let you know, Cody, you made a derp. It's Joshua Cornish is not a girl.
It's a guy.
Oh, man.
Emily Anderson's a girl.
I know Emily Anderson's a female.
Yeah, good run for Cornish. She's really doing a good job just staying out of trouble, if you ask me. Because
Jake Hayes has led the most laps out of anyone. He's stayed up front.
He has certainly dominated. When it comes to pit strategy, we'll have to wait and see if Jake Hayes will be the first emulation of everybody else.
And the thing it is, and I'm going to bring this up, for the pit crews, you haven't practiced pit stops since what? Last year at Homestead? So if I had a good message for the pit crews and teams, one mistake can take you out of contention for this championship, or for this race.
Yeah,
but it could be a good learning as far as going into the 500.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not only that, we have dues coming up for every single person to do the dues before the Daytona 500. So they're already going to have another practice race, especially for the ones who are not in this shootout today.
And definitely that could come into play who makes the 500 and who doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Because remember, in race number 1 of the duels, it's going to only be the top 11. Why do I say that? Well, let's explain, or I think it'll be the top 10. And why do I say that? It's because the 4 past champions we have in this series, the 2 Einstein girls, June and Annie, of course, Annie Thomas and Jake Hayes. The reason I say this is because if they fall out of the top 14, they can fall back on the past champions provisional. So they can get a provisional to make sure they're in the 500. They're in the 500 no matter what, but should they race their way in, that means somebody could get the champions provisional.
Jake Hayes finally gets passed for the lead by Annie Einstein.
Yep, another champion to the point, and it certainly is Annie Einstein to the point in the Mitsubishi Lancer. And guys, we are a little over halfway through the field cans there, so we will be seeing pit road pretty soon.
And remember, Annie Einstein is a 3-time champion of this series. You know what this has been for her, And I've said this a number of times every time we come to Speedways. I'm not surprised Annie Einstein's leading this race. I mean, credit the Einsteins. I mean, she's also a former Daytona 500 winner in this field. So if you throw that in the conspiracy of how this team is going to be, I'm not surprised she's leading the race.
Ryan Gondillo has taken the lead from Annie, but here comes June Einstein trying to get the draft off of Ryan to take the lead. But right now,
Ryan Gondilla is the only British driver, I think, in the field.
Right now, June Einstein's stuck in a EGI sandwich with Emily Anderson behind and Ryan Gondillo in front.
Not only that, Elijah Gordon's coming to the inside. He'll take the fourth position, making it a 4-car single-wide train right now.
And definitely these drivers are just going to have to make sure to take it easy. Because remember, normally on the old pavement, tires would go away and the cars would start handling. With new pavement, I don't think handling is becoming a big issue as far as I'm concerned.
As you can see, the number 37, he's June Einstein. She's going to take the lead at Mitsubishi Lancer. And Elijah Gordon is trying to come back. Almost trying to make a 3-wide, but decided not to. But guess who's behind Elijah Gordon? That is Annie Einstein.
Yeah, she's really just taking it easy. Because, I've seen her when I was up in the booth watching the practice sessions. She really just took it easy. In fact, all 4 Einstein drivers practiced together and during practice, I think a couple of days ago. So, they've learned their practices very well as far as the race conditions concerned.
June Einstein is first. Annie Einstein is second now, so Einsteins are 1-2.
Yeah, definitely. I would see. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who's going to come out on top at the end of this race.
Most definitely, especially to all those who've been leading quite a handful of laps. We've seen the number 4, Jake Hayes, leading quite a few laps, and now June Einstein trying to top that. But here comes Annie Einstein for the lead. An all-star legend to the point once again.
Here comes Annie Thomas. Annie Thomas
Yep.
is going to go for third.
Yeah, the 2015 series champion.
But here comes Jackie Tang to make it 3 wide.
Where did Tang come from?
Must have came from the back. One we haven't mentioned just yet in this race. He's going to go 3 wide for the 3rd position.
3
and
wide,
remember,
2 rows
Jackie
deep.
Tang almost won the championship in 2015, but was denied by Thomas.
Oh man, what a heartbreak for him. I bet he's going for redemption. He's hoping 2017 will be his year that he'll finally win that championship.
Alex Hawkins is second, but here comes Jackie Tang trying to take that from him.
Jackie Tang trying to go for the rise here, trying to lead the halfway point. We are 1 lap away from that though. It looks like Jackie Tang might not even get to the inside.
But Annie Einstein will lead at the halfway point.
Yep, 20 down, 20 to go.
It'll be lap 20, guys.
Oh, whoops,
so
my bad,
it's like
sorry.
19 down, 21 to go.
Yeah.
After this lap, who will lead at the halfway point?
That'll be an interesting question.
Here comes Jackie Tang to second in that number 81 Blue Def Toyota.
Yep, he's trying again. And it sounds like he's going to take it this time. Sounds like second time's the charm for him.
But can he get around Annie Einstein?
Yeah, that's a good question right there. As here's the battle for third.
Martin Nixon gets around Alex Hawkins.
Yeah, Alex Hawkins gonna fall back now. And it looks like Annie Einstein will end up leading the halfway point in this race. 20 down, 20 to go at Daytona.
Let's hear your communications to Elijah Gordon and team.
Alright, bud. Halfway through, just do the best you can. We got our teammate right behind. So, and our team and another teammate right in front of us. So, she's on the bottom right now. Again, just keep doing what you've been doing. You're doing a good job keeping that car one piece, and we're just going to do what we can here.
As of right now, everybody is in one piece. And in about 4 to 6 laps, we will be seeing pit stops.
Hopefully, Cornish comes up now. He's going to take the 5th position, I think, from Daniel Williams in the 88.
And again, we saw the thing with Daniel Williams. As long as he stays within the front pack after the pit stop, he can make a very aggressive move like he did very early on in the race and trying to take the racetrack. So watch out for the number 88 if he happens to be in front after the round of pit stops.
Here comes Jackie Tang to pass Martin Nixon for that second position again.
The driver who has been in the back for almost the first half of the race will go up to second. Here comes Cornish.
3 wide,
He is
maybe.
second.
3
I
wide.
know. Oh, here we go. Looks like 3 wide for second. Oh, never mind. Might not be for a second after all. As they wind it back down to 2 wide. Cornish in second. He could be in contention to take the lead now.
Here comes Daniel Williams passing Jackie Tang for the 3rd position. Can he get around Cornish, or will he help Cornish pass Annie Einstein?
Yeah, and it looks like right after the number 78, it almost looks like that number 04, or it's the 60. Never mind, might be the number 60. He's coming to the front now.
The 60's been in the back all day. That's Jordan Scar. He was in the chase last year, but got wrecked. He was one of the final 4 at Homestead, but blew his motor, unfortunately, so he did not win the championship.
That is a tough break for him. Hopefully he can also get some redemption this season. And as you see towards the back, that might not be a good idea going into pit stop. So Elijah Gordon's in the back, throwing some other iconic ones.
3 wide, Daniel Voiles stuck in the sucker hole. Can he find his way down to the bottom?
I don't know, but this might be about the time for the round of pit stop. So if you want to pit, trying to be in the inside lane. Otherwise, we might have a caution.
No pit stops yet.
Ooh, no, they won't.
3 wide.
We'll go for the lead as we have 3 wide. Jackie Tang at the outside. Don't go 4 wide. They'll still be fine.
Are you kidding?
3 wide, 3 rows deep.
Oh man, this is gonna get interesting now. This is what we call here at Daytona.
Will they pit this time by? We're on lap 25.
A lot of guys are in the inside lane. That seems to be a sign.
Nope.
And remember, last year we didn't have pit stops in the race.
Yeah, but this time they are going to have to pit. Sounds like everybody wants to pit late.
Maybe they're trying to stretch it out.
That too, because remember the field window, as we discussed earlier today, 24 to 20, I think, 7 laps.
The Einsteins are working together. Einsteins are 1, 2, 4.
Oh boy, and it looks like I believe that's Leo Einstein in the second, if I am correct.
Yes, Einsteins are now 1, 2, 3 with Annie, Leo, and June.
Oh wow. Will they go to pit?
No.
Oh man, these guys are pretty much at risk of running out of fuel. Any concerns for any of these cars?
Let's go on board of the 23 M&M's Caramel of Annie Thomas.
Just trying to take it easy.
Sounds like we don't have too much radio communication from the 23. Sorry about the technical difficulties there, folks. As look at this, June Einstein gonna go for the lead.
But here comes
back.
Jake Hayes. Jake Hayes is back.
Yes, Jake Hayes is back, and now all of these cars have just entered into a very dangerous position because now they have went beyond the field window.
Unless that they have saved fuel from the draft. Remember, if you can stay in the draft, you don't have to use full throttle. You can left off the throttle a little bit and conserve that fuel. Maybe that's what these drivers have been doing.
That would be a very good fuel strategy. So we will expect them to go to pits at any time. We don't know. Some might come a few laps short. Some might not come at all, excuse me. As Jake Hayes returns to the lead, and we'll see if he can be able to stay there for the remainder of this race. Yep, 12 laps to go here at Daytona, and I don't want to jinx this, but we have went caution free so far.
It's actually not 12 laps to go. Oh yeah, it is 12 laps to go.
Oh
my God.
Lord.
Whoops, my bad. This is
Oh,
what happens
boy.
when you haven't commentated for a while.
Oh man.
I'm
Somebody's betting for the Dirt King.
I know, yeah.
Yes, I got. It's like they said, like if anything's going on the new Dirt King. Like taking
Okay,
place
will
on
these
much
guys
of the
pit
video.
this time by?
I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see. They are a little overdue for pit stops, and they won't pit again. Boy, sounds like their strategy is really working for them. As Jake Hayes will lead yet another lap. 11 laps to go.
10 laps to go at the line, and then we'll be 3/4 of the way done of this race. Will these guys ever have to pit? Maybe they have to. Maybe it's a fuel conserving race. Who can conserve the most fuel?
That will be very interesting as Daniel Voyles is in third right now. Might be under fire on 81.
He's going to take second from Ryan Gondillo.
Yep, battle for the second position. Sounds like Voyles is going to get to the inside of him. Jake Hayes, who might still be dominating this race, will lead the 3/4 point.
Man, one of these drivers going to pit. Maybe they might not pit. Who knows?
I would agree with you. With zero cautions, these guys might not have to pit at all. They've generally been 2 and 3 wide, but never 4. But with the final 10 laps, expect that aggression to go up, and we can probably see the elusive big one.
Maybe. You never know with these super speedways. Whoa! Daniel Williams almost turns down on the 60. Let's take a quick replay of that.
As you can see,
You know, 10 laps to go. All bets are off, boys and girls. All bets are off.
Pit stops have occurred.
Pit stops as
Surprising they went as far as they did, to be quite honest with you. That could come into play as far as the duels are concerned going into that race.
Agreed. The duels might be either the same distance or a little longer distance. So we'll have to wait and see. And we'll see who comes out first in this group.
Remember, you want to pit there. Because, like I said, if you pit by yourself, you are in big trouble, my
That's
friend.
a 4-car pack they pitted there. Voyles is in. Whoa, more!
Oh boy, and that might have been close. Daniel Voyles will lead the second group in the pit road. We'll see who leads this, Jake Hayes or Daniel Voyles.
And you know, for Voyles, I mean, you know, he is also like Annie Einstein, a former winner of the 500, but he's never won the 500 in his own league. Can you believe it or not?
I can't believe it at all, my friend. We'll have to wait and see if this becomes a life-changing story for Daniel Voyles, and we'll see who comes out in this group. And it sounds like we might have a new leader in the second group, but that's number 89. Jake Hayes in the 39 battling for what could be the lead.
And possibly the winner of the race, if you ask me.
Here comes the rest of everybody.
We'll see who goes where in relation to everybody else as Annie Einstein leads the last group in the pit road.
Don't flat spot the tires when you're coming to pit road, because if you do, you might have to change 4 tires.
And that might not be good. The 39 might pull out ahead of everybody else. Jake Hayes right behind him. We could have a dead heat battle for this one between 4 and 5 cars, possibly.
And for these drivers, like I said, it's bragging rights. It's like, I don't care if I win the race as long as I learn something.
Oh,
from the
wow.
rules, we're gonna
Daniel
be in good
Voiles
shape.
just blocks the 39 out of nowhere. He is
He's mirror
aggressive.
driving.
Oh,
He is mirror driving.
Oh, whoa. Almost. 39 almost turns the 26.
Uh-oh, that would not have been
I
good.
don't think Alabama Racing is going to be happy with the veteran.
We'll see what Andy Einstein goes to in relation to everybody else. See if she can be ahead
Will
of all
Ryan
these
Gondillo
guys.
be ahead?
Oh my goodness, this will be very interesting towards the end of this thing. Seems like Andy Einstein might be the
6
best in
laps to
relation
go at the
everybody
line.
else.
6 laps to go at the line.
These guys are just getting aggressive at the right
Whoa!
time. You know,
Andy Einstein blocks Daniel Voiles.
As you can see,
Wow.
Ryan Gondillo is to the lead. This will be interesting.
But here comes Quincy Einstein.
remember, Quincy has never won a Flash in our history in the PCSRA.
But I think
Yeah.
this pack will catch him. I don't know about this 3-car pack.
These 3-pack guys, those guys might be out of contention from this win. They might. But we do know that big pack is going to close down the Quincy and Ryan Gondillo. As here they come. Now it'll be an interesting battle for this win.
5 laps to go. These 3 cars will catch up. They've been getting closer and closer.
That sounds
Here's
like
the other question I always ask myself. Could we have motor problems? Remember what happened last year?
Chevys blew up.
Yes, engines had a huge factor. Could that come into play in this one? We're about to find out.
There's 1,
You
2.
listen?
There's 3 Chevys in this pack.
You listen to your Metallica music, Eli? Oh yeah, going for it.
Jake
Here's-
Hayes is in third. We're gonna have to wait.
Here
and see if
comes
he can
Martin
hold up
Nixon
the
for
other
the lead.
That's right, Martin Nixon, who came out ahead of Jake Hayes. He's gonna fight for the win.
But here comes Jake
is right
Hayes.
behind him. Yes, here he comes.
But he has no help.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is going to be interesting, boys.
Ryan might help him. I believe that is Quentin Moore in third now, and he's in the lead.
No, it's Martin Nixon. That's a dirt.
Nixon, I think he wants to win this race so badly for Alabama Racing, if you ask me.
3 wide for second, maybe. Yes, 3 wide for second.
Ryan Gondillo gonna try to get to the inside. Jake Hayes and Quincy Einstein. And look, Andy Einstein's right behind Ryan Gondillo. Quincy Einstein might be able to hold on a second for the outside lane, and he does.
And remember, that's
that.
teammates, I should point out, the Einstein kids.
Most definitely. They certainly had a great origin from their little rocket ship.
Yeah, they're
All
doing
right,
a good job. I'm a little surprised they're hanging on, to be honest with you. They're fast with those Lancers.
Oh yeah, only if their rocket ship was an issue.
Abigail Furling to 5th.
Wow, good run for Abigail in what could be her final PCSRA race as a full-time driver.
Here comes Quincy Einstein. And Andy's going to come out and help Quincy.
Oh my, here they
Teammate
go.
related.
Teammates gonna help themselves out. This is going to be an interesting ending.
That reminds me of Penske Racing.
Yeah, that Daytona race where Brad won. Abigail Furling might be in contention as long as she doesn't get by the outside lane.
But-
she could have a shot. That's her down to 2 laps.
White flag this time by.
This
Who's
next
gonna
time
win
by
this race?
Looks like it's gonna be one of the Einstein.
But you never know. EGI might spoil the party. Here comes Andy Thomas to make it 3 wide.
Oh, wow.
Oh boy! Can Andy Thomas surprise everybody with a win?
We're about to find
2 white flag this time by Andy Thomas is in Andy Einstein's in second. Fail. Derp. And Quincy's in first. Einstein's 1-2. White flag. Who will win?
It might be one of the Einsteins.
But here goes Martin Nixon. He wants to spoil the party.
Yeah, he wants to find something contention but with no help, that might not help him.
Like 8 something.
Ryan Gondilla's not gonna help him. I don't think they'll get it to him in
There you
time.
go.
They don't have the they don't have the run.
They're gonna need a huge run if they're gonna get to the inside of Quincy by turn 3. No, it won't. That might have just ended the battle.
Martin Nixon's got to run. Martin Nixon's got to run. Martin Nixon dives down to the inside. Maybe he's a dive down to the inside. He's a dive down to the inside. It's gonna be Quincy Einstein.
It's gonna be a drag race.
Quincy Einstein.
Yep, how about that? After a dramatic finish, Nixon wasn't able to
What
get
a
it
race.
on time, but Quincy Einstein wins here at this flash. How about that?
World NOS Racing
What a
gets
great win for
7th
Quincy.
and 9th.
Hey, guys, did you see the finishing order? Look at the 9s.
There's too many 9s. Too many 9s! We need to switch them into 6s. No, I'm just okay. But Quincy Einstein, congratulations to him. And for Martin Nixon, I almost said Retro Nixon for a reason. But Martin Nixon second. And then right after him, as I look back to the board.
And he'll
whoever
drive the
finishes
victory
third.
lane. Standings are official. Quincy Einstein with the win. Martin Nixon so close. He finishes in the 2nd position. Then it's Ryan Gondill, Alex Hawkins, Annie Einstein in the top 5, Quentin Moore, Annie Thomas, Elijah Gordon, Daniel Voles, Abigail Furling in our final race rounds out the top 10.
Jake Hayes, Joshua Cornish, Emily Anderson, and Leo Einstein is your top 14. Jackie Tang, Jordan Scar, June Einstein, and Daniel Williams finishes last.
Oh,
So,
man. And tough break for some of those guys. And that does include that number 04, Jake Hayes. He has led the most laps. And unfortunately, his strategy did not work out for him in the end. Wasn't able to hold on to the front spot for too much longer as the Einsteins were emerging to the lead in the end. Great effort by Martin Nixon, but I'm afraid it is over until the duels. Quincy Einstein will end up owning the day here at Daytona, and it'll be a great confidence boost for the Einstein team going into the duels and the Daytona 500.
Oh, definitely. And Elijah Gordon is out of his car. Elijah, you got to be proud finishing in the top 10 in the 8th position.
It's not bad. I mean, this is a 9-points race anyway, and as long as I finish better than last, I'm happy. So we stayed out of trouble this whole entire race, and did a pretty good job just holding the car together in one piece. And that's it's definitely a great statement that EGI is trying to make along with Alabama Racing. Marty did everything he had to do, and Ryan was trying to help him out there, but it was a great effort by the teams. They did a fantastic job. Just want to thank all the fans that came to watch it live, and all the other viewers that came to watch it on YouTube. Definitely they got their money's worth.
Oh, yeah. In fact, everybody did not have any damage after this race was over, so that's good.
Not only
Thank you guys
that,
a lot for watching today's race from Daytona. Congratulations to Quincy Einstein on the victory. If you enjoyed today's race from Daytona, be sure to give this video a like. Subscribe to join the PCSRA crew today. Be sure to subscribe to Red Hedgehog, Cody Smart, Green Hedgehog, and Daniel Williams. The links to their channels will be in the description down below. This could be a good sign for Mitsubishi Lancer as they get their first ever Clash win in history. And could this mean Quincy could be the favorite in the 500? We'll just have to see. We'll see you guys next time as we'll be getting ready to have the dual races here on this channel. And I want to say, on behalf of Max the Hedgehog, Cody Smart, and Danny Williams, I'm Sonic the Blue Hedgehog saying you've been watching production to PCSRA, the best NR racing around the world since 2017. We'll see you for the duels.
Bye.